you guys doing today? I am Six.
And I'm Sweet.
And today we are going to talk about the variety of carnivores. Well, we are two of the variety right here.
Yes, two of the varieties.
I tend to stick a little more carnivore, and Sweet tends to lean a little more to the keto side of things. So
Ketovore, baby.
ketovore, yeah. Like Donnie and what was that? Donnie and Marie Osmond. A little bit of rock and roll and a little bit of what was it? Country. Anyways, there are a variety of types of carnivores, and not the same program works perfect for everybody. I mean, different people require different needs, their bodies, different things, and their goals are different. For me, it was weight loss and pain. I have a tremendous amount of inflammation don't have it anymore, and pain. But we're going to go through some of those different types of carnivores.
Right. And the first one is the lion's diet carnivore, which is just basically meat, water, and salt. Nothing extra, no little, treats or anything like that.
You are the kings of the carnivore. That's why they call it the lion's diet. Besides just what you're putting in your mouth, it's also
boring.
No, but wow. I mean, it's the most restrictive of the diets. But I can imagine that with that diet, and I've been doing it off and on myself actually, is you can feel yourself, you can feel your body, because everything you put in, you immediately feel the impact of it.
Oh, well, that would be quite similar to, when you're fasting and you're eliminating and you're taking everything out of your diet so that you can start fresh. Well, when you come back out of a fast, whatever you eat, and we were just talking about this today, you are what you eat. It's more than anything else that's happening with your diet, or with your lifestyle, is your diet. Is that you are...
Start with that.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. And then you can add on from there. So
that includes exercise, everything else. It starts with what you put in your mouth. Everything that follows.
There's a joke there, but I'm going to let it be.
She's constantly telling me to be moving, keep moving, always.
Yes, but yes, you have to move. As we age, we have to continue to move. Otherwise, you will end up in a wheelchair or in bed, and none of us want that.
No. So that's the first one, a lion's diet. And like Sweet said, it's meat, salt, and water. That's
basic, yummy,
hardcore, but delicious. Yes, but it depends on the meat. It would be quite delicious. And then you can be more like I am, and that is a carnivore with the queso and the cheese, but very, very sparingly.
With the dairy, and we don't do dairy. We took out dairy a long time ago. And just starting to add cheese. I love cheese. So that for not having cheese.
I do too, for the fat right now, especially.
No,
and it's important. It's important to note that lactose is sugar. It's just milk sugar.
Yes, but your body will anyways.
But we don't want that.
Yes.
We don't want sugar of any kind. I don't care where it comes from. So, and that should tell you something right out of the gate. It just, your body just, even me, I used to like that sort of thing. And gradually my body started telling me that you don't like it anymore. And
well, your body changes, and as we're seeing, it's changing again with the carnivore diet. So
that's right.
Well, and then you can go into or adding seafood, really, because that's when you're a carnivore eating like a lion. Nor not always. They did not usually lions, but the big cats did get some fish. But so adding in that seafood, which is and it is a lean meat, so you would have to add some fat to it, unless you're getting into the
omega-3s, which is great.
That's where I was going.
And necessary.
That's where I was going with this, and then the shellfish just have those omega-3s in them as well, more of them.
So if it comes out of the sea, it's good for me. And as somebody that was a former diver, I loved it. So and still do, not quite as much, but it's we don't add fish hardly at all.
I got a surprise. I got fish today.
Did you really?
Yeah.
See, there you go.
I got some tilapia, so we're going to try make some fish.
Usually the sardines is our fish.
Yes.
And, great source of calcium.
That is the one. I thought sardines were really not very, looking at them, smelling them, not good. But researching sardines, and they are the best because they're the smallest fish. They're condensed with all the fabulous omega-3 fatty acids, and they are good with mustard. And I usually put them on a tostada, so that's not the best, but I like tostadas, so.
Or you can make your tostada out
Out
of
of
cheese,
cheese.
which is awesome. And the best way to do it is just put it in a pan, not very much, so that way it gets brown, and flip it over. Don't put oil, let its own oils do the
Oh,
trick.
yeah.
Then flip it over and brown it on the other side, and you'll have yourself a nice cheesy tortilla. And then the other one is to just have the carnivore with a very, very strict amount of plants, and usually in the form of herbs and spices and just that small.
That's pretty much where I'm sitting right now. And I do tomatoes. I know it's nightshade and not supposed to eat it, but I like my tomatoes, and they grow fresh in our yard, so they're awesome that way. But those adding in just the minute amounts of vegetables and plant life, that feels
Fat
good
from
for you.
avocados would be a good one.
Avocados, absolutely, I love them.
By the way, just so you know, neither one of us are doctors. We're not.
Oh yes, disclaimer.
No, we're just fitness nuts. I have been. She's been competitive. I was into all kinds of stuff when I was younger.
My background, I went to school for kinesiology, so that's my background.
And I studied
fitness.
early on with American College of Sports Medicine, and then got tremendously fat. I was almost 300 pounds.
Well.
And we were both vegans for a while.
Yeah, and actually you gained more weight on.
And I got fat.
Sorry, vegans.
Yeah, sorry, yes.
Actually, some of you don't even know. Six and I have been together for over 20 years. We've been married for 20.
Yeah.
So we've been together over 20 and married for 20. And so we've done different types of eating. And then just in the last, say, 4 years, we've got into the intermittent fasting and things like that. So we've it's just trying to give you an idea of us, so that you can feel, for us, we're just sharing our feelings with you, and how that the carnivore lifestyle and experience affects two different people. Somebody that's willing to go, the lion's way, and the other one's that's willing to go a little bit more the cub way, so that I can have some goodies, I guess. But
we wanted you to know what those are,
right?
And so we've listed and these are all beneficial in different levels for different people, and whatever your goal may be, whether you're a lion or a cub,
a lioness. Excuse me, I should have said lioness.
Yes, you.
She's actually the one that brings the meat to the house. Did you know that?
Well, she should.
Yeah.
Get busy,
whatever.
Baby. And we're like, we're right here on the shore.
That, everyone.
Yeah,
Tell
we're
them
right here on the
ask
shore,
you.
and I can't get her to go catch us anything. She comes back with fish, but she went that way, which is the store, and that way, which is the ocean. So, and now we have two more carnivore styles that we can tell you. One is which is becoming very popular, and it's controversial, and people are bouncing back and forth on it. And I kind of sit on the fence with myself a little bit, and that is including fruit in your diet. So if you're a carnivore, is fruit bad? Is it good? I found some good things about it in moderation. Maybe research that phrase, or that an apple a day keeps the doctor away. You'd be surprised where that comes from.
Well, and then also we've talked about this as well, is that hunter-gatherers, when we didn't have the shopping centers and we didn't have agriculture that was making,
and the fish was that way instead of that way.
Yes, you hunted and you gathered, and when you gather, you're going to gather items that look very yummy to eat, and they're usually bright in colors, and that's where the fruit comes from, because most fruit, when it ripens, yes, they're waiting for you to pull it. And actually,
and nature's telling you, come get me, get me.
Yes, and tomatoes, even though they are a nightshade, are that way as well.
There, so she's in that category.
I'm a fruity.
She is.
Yes.
And then the last one is somebody that's just transitory, somebody that's just kind of using the diet to get from point A to point B.
For a goal.
For a goal, yeah.
So it's not a lifestyle, it is a diet. Mm-hmm. So in all of these ones that we were telling you about, it's a lifestyle, and it's a way of changing, and it's a way of mindset. My background is in fitness and health, and when we started researching this, even way back when, and people were doing, the Atkins diet, and the worry and the discussion was, so much meat, that's going to cause a problem in your system, cancer, gout, all these different types of things. And I'm amazed, and thanks to you guys out there for commenting and sharing your experience with the carnivore diet. I am blown away. Absolutely. Blown away by what your results are, including what's happening in our household. and not science, because this isn't science, it's us trying things out. But what I was going with it is that the knowledge that I have learned is kind of turned upside down a little bit. And so I'm learning as we're going as well, and amazed and excited how I feel as well with what I'm doing as well with the ketovore lifestyle. So thank you for joining us in this crazy experiment.
Tell us which one of these you are. Are you moving through them? Have you moved through them? Where are you going with your carnivore? Is this a permanent lifestyle for you? Is this a temporary, transitory movement from position A to position B? What is it for you? For us, or for me, I believe it's a lifestyle. I believe that it's a lifestyle that takes some commitment to begin with.
No
but
question.
The results, the beautiful thing is the results come so freaking quick that it helps you stay motivated. I mean, you can tell that we're motivated by it simply by the results.
The simple thing like weight loss, that happens with most diets and most times when you adjust and change your eating habits. But things like pain going away, depression being limited or almost gone, eyesight. I mean, the amount of positive
it goes on
and on. So.
And we'll tell you more about it.
In my opinion, I think it's a good idea, but this is my opinion.
Everything's worth trying.
Yep.
If it'll help.
Yep.
And could potentially help. Anyways, We're talking too much. We're going to cut all this
stuff
out. We're
rambling.
Anyways. So, thank you very much. Be sure and subscribe. I'm 6.
Subscribe
leave a comment.
Leave a comment because it matters and you matter. Thank you.